Microsoft Excel is a special software that is used for analyzing, manipulating, and also managing available data. So, as an Excel user, anytime you have a data that is manually or physically available where you want to analyze and also manipulate this particular data, you need a special software which is a spreadsheet application, and Microsoft Excel is the best that you can use. Before you can utilize or also analyze your data in Microsoft Excel, you need to get access and also the availability of this special software. So how can you open this Microsoft Excel software on your computer system? In this video, I'm going to show you different ways you can get access to Microsoft Excel and create your workbook related to your available data. Now, in this Windows interface, if you want to get access to Microsoft Excel, you move to the Start button and you are going to have this pop-up window, which is the Start menu. You can use your scroll bar to scroll and find Microsoft Excel, and you can see that we have the option here. You also have the option to click, then you search for Microsoft Excel and you have the pop-up window here. You can click to open, or you can also move to this section and choose open. Any of this is going to open Microsoft Excel on your Windows interface. Now we have this workbook open within Microsoft Excel, and when we move to the title bar, we have the workbook name as book 1, and this is Excel. That is the application that has been opened on our computer system. So this is a new workbook which has been created. So this is the first way to create a new workbook using Microsoft Excel, and this is the available worksheets, which consist of cells that can be used to analyze and also manipulate your data. So to make this as an existing workbook on your computer system, you need to save this, and since this is a new workbook, you can use Ctrl+S, and you are going to have the Save As interface at the backstage view, and you have the option to select a location. And in this dialog box, you can give a file name to your workbook. So this is the current file name given to the workbook, which is book 1, and you can change this to another name. And after doing so, you make sure that the save as type is Excel workbook. Then you click on save, and before then you need to choose a location in the navigation pane, and I'm going to select desktop, then click on save. And now back to our Excel workbook, we have the file name as Banahene Tutorial Collections, and that is the current file name given to our workbook. So this is the first way to create a new workbook in Microsoft Excel. Now that we have this window opened, we also have another option which can help us to create a new workbook in Microsoft Excel. And to do this, you move to the top left corner of this window, and we have this toolbar, and this toolbar is known as the quick access toolbar. When you click on the drop down arrow, you have the option to choose new, and when this new is selected, this command appears on the quick access toolbar, and we can have a once click on it, and this also creates a new workbook within Microsoft Excel, and this is the file name given to it, which is book 1. Previously, the file name given to the one that we just saved was book 1, and this is book 2. So this also gives you the option to save this workbook so that it becomes an existing workbook on your computer system. Another way to create a new workbook is to move to the file menu, and then we have home, and in this home option, this is the interface, and the first option in this interface is blank workbook, and when you click on this, this also creates a new workbook which has a file name book 3. And then as an Excel user, you need to save this workbook, and you can choose the option to save it, and you can choose the steps that I showed you earlier to save this workbook. Another way to do so is to click on file, then you choose the new command, and then in this interface we also have this blank workbook. You left click, and this also creates a new Excel workbook, and the file name is book 4. So as you can see, anytime you create a new workbook, it adds a number to the file name to differentiate the different kinds of workbook that you have created. So this is book 4, and that is a new workbook, and you can save this onto your computer system. You can also use a keyboard, and that is Ctrl+N, and this also creates a new workbook in Microsoft Excel, and we have the file name as book 5. So these are some of the ways you can utilize anytime you want to open a new Excel workbook to analyze and also manipulate your available data. Now let's minimize these windows by holding the Windows key and the letter D. We have our desktop available, which is perfectly organized. This window also gives you an option to create a new workbook, and that is also a pro tip I want to share with you in this video. And to create a new Excel workbook, you right click on the desktop, you choose new, and then in these options you are going to select Microsoft Excel worksheet. This becomes very easy and also possible when you have an Office program installed on your computer system. And when you have that, then you have this option to be pop up whenever you choose the new command. So anytime you choose the new command, you can see these options, and therefore Microsoft Excel worksheet will be available. And as I said earlier, you need to install Microsoft Office suite on your computer system. And then when you click on this, you get this icon that relates to Excel, which represents an Excel program, and this is the file name given to it. You can change the name as usual. Then you hit the enter key. Now this creates a new Excel workbook, and when you open this is going to have an existing file name, so you need not to save this file again. You just have to enter your data and then start manipulating them. So this is also another way you can create a new Excel workbook. So these are some of the options you can follow, or these are some of the procedures you can utilize to create a new Excel workbook. Hope this video was helpful. Please give it a like, share, comment, and also consider to subscribe for more content. And we shall meet in our next tutorials.